Hey everybody, it's me Lone, back with a Fallout 76 video, and today we're going to do a guide on legendary cores in the game. Originally, I wasn't going to do this video until a few people asked me, hey, what's the best way to go about farming legendary cores in the game so I can make most use of this legendary crafting system? So here it is. Here is a guide video to tell you everything you need to know, including how they work, the best events to complete, and just generally some suggestions here and there. So if this video does help you, if you enjoy it, please like it, I would really appreciate it. Please subscribe if you're new, but with all that out of the way, let's get to the video. Okay, we're in the game and let's do it. Let's talk about the ways that you can get legendary cores in the game. Now, technically, this answer could just be as simple as saying, do public events on the map when they pop up. And you know how to do that, you know what they look like. They're all marked by this yellow exclamation mark symbol, like for Radiation Rumble on my server right now. But it's actually a bit more nuanced than that. There's a fair bit of information that underpins how legendary cores work and how they interact with public events, particularly in terms of the percentage chances of getting a certain number of legendary cores as a reward upon completion of those public events, whether that be 1, 2, 3, or even more legendary cores, depending upon which public event you are doing. So I want to make sure that I cover that information so you are fully informed when it comes to farming legendary cores in the game. But first, let me just take a step back and generally cover the main ways that you can get legendary cores in the game. And those four main ways are: number 1, doing daily ops; number 2, participating in the season or progressing up the scoreboard; number 3, doing seasonal events; and number 4, like I said, doing public events. And that really is going to be the main way, so I'll cover that at the end and spend the most time on it. But first, let's quickly cover the first 3 methods. Number 1, daily ops. Quite simple. You open up your map, open up the world activity menu, and select daily ops. Now, whether it's decryption or uplink, it's the exact same thing. All you need to know is that you need to get the Elder rank when you're doing daily ops, and that means you need to complete within 8 minutes or less. When you do that, you have a certain chance to get a certain number of legendary cores. And the way that the split works is that you have a 48% chance to get 1 legendary core, you have a 32% chance to get 2, and you have a 20% chance to get 3 legendary cores as a reward. So you are guaranteed 1, which is nice, but you can get up to 3 if you are lucky. But as I said, because you need to get the Elder rank, you can only do this once a day until the daily ops reset. So that's daily ops. The second method, as I said, is by participating in the season. So every day, every week that you play, make sure you're doing your challenges to get score. And as you can see, they're as simple as collecting caps, doing events, killing creatures, etc., etc. And then as you get score, as you know, you'll progress up the scoreboard and legendary cores appear across this scoreboard that you can redeem as rewards. So for instance here, you can get 3 legendary cores as a reward, and I'm almost at that point. And they appear throughout this, like for instance at the end here, you can get 10 legendary cores as a reward, which is nice. So yes, every day, every week that you play, make sure you're doing your challenges and complete this season so you get as many legendary cores as possible. The third method, as I said, is by doing seasonal events. So think of Fashion Day, think of Meat Week, which is actually taking place next month in August. When you do those seasonal events, you will also get legendary cores as a reward upon completion. It operates very similarly to most other public events in the game, so I'll just cover that in that section. But make sure that you're doing Meat Week and make sure that you're doing Fashion Day so you can get more legendary cores. But number 4, let's talk about public events. And really, when it comes to public events, you can split them when it comes to legendary cores into 2 categories. Number 1 is the category of public events where, kind of like daily ops, they are determined by a certain percentage chance of getting a number of legendary cores as a reward. So again, it's the exact same split. It's 48% chance to get 1 core, it's 32% chance to get 2, and it's a 20% chance to get 3 legendary cores when you complete these events. Effectively, these events are not the ones that are in the second category, which I will specifically link. So all the other events in the game really, for the most part anyways, are split according to those percentages that I just said right then. So those include events like Radiation Rumble, like Feed the People, events like that, Uranium Fever, whatever it might be. So when you do those events and you complete them, you will get 1 core guaranteed, but you can get up to 3. But the second category of events effectively are the best events in the game to be getting legendary cores. So let me list them, and then we'll go through exactly and explain why they are so good to be getting legendary cores. These events are a Colossal Problem, Encryptid, Free Range, Project Paradise, and Scorched Earth. Really, if you want to get as many legendary cores in the game as possible, you need to be completing these events. And the reason why is because 1, they offer a guaranteed number of legendary cores as a reward upon completion, and 2, the number of legendary cores that all of them offer are fairly high, and they're higher than other public events in the game. So for a Colossal Problem, when you complete that, you get 8 legendary cores as a reward. For Encryptid, when you complete that, you get also 8 legendary cores as a reward. Free Range, if you complete that with all 3 Brahmin alive, you also get 8 legendary cores as a reward. For Project Paradise, when you complete that again with all 3 creatures alive, you get 8 legendary cores as a reward. And finally, with Scorched Earth to kill the Scorched Beast Queen, you get 5 legendary cores as a reward upon completion. And those percentages, those numbers are sourced from the Fallout wiki, so I will link that in the description below. But as you can see, you're getting tons of legendary cores from those events. And the beauty of these events is that for the most part, you can trigger them whenever you want. So Colossal Problem, you just nuke Monongah Mine and you start the Earl Williams event, kill him, and then you'll get 8 legendary cores as a reward. It's not that simple, it's a pretty hard event, but you need people around you, but yes, you can do it that way. Encryptid as well. You need to do the Encryptid event, spawn the Imposter Sheep Squatch, and by doing so, you will get 8 legendary cores as a reward. Again, same with Scorched Earth. You nuke the Prime Fisher site, you spawn the Scorched Beast Queen, kill her, and then you will get 5 legendary cores as a reward, in addition to all the other regular rewards that you can get with those events, which is why they're so beneficial. So those are the main events that you want to be doing for sure. And again, especially like events like Free Range and Project Paradise, make sure that you're doing those and doing them well, because you will get a solid number of legendary cores. But if you're in the game and you have some time to kill, do a nuke, do Encryptid, do whatever you can to get as many as legendary cores as possible, to at least keep up with the number of legendary modules that you have, which, as you know, are needed as well with legendary cores to be crafting in the game in terms of your legendaries. But at the end of all of that, what is the best event? What is the fastest event to be getting your legendary cores? And really, it is Encryptid. Encryptid is the quickest event. I think number 1, because it's so easy to spawn compared to doing a nuke. It's very, very quick. And number 2, it's a much quicker event, I would say, generally to complete. And I want to do it right now, just so you know how easy it is to spawn Encryptid and to get these legendary cores. The main thing stopping you from doing Encryptid a lot is simply caps, because you need caps to be able to trigger it. So I'm going to join a team so I'm not dying. And we're going to go to a vendor in the game. Now, there are some prerequisites to be able to do Encryptid and to spawn it yourself. So I will also link the event page for Encryptid in the wiki in the description below, so you know how to get to this point. But most of you are probably there. Once you're able to spawn Encryptid on your own, go to a vendor bot, any vendor bot, right? And then you purchase a recall keycard circuit board. So when you get one of these, then you have the ability to be spawning Encryptid. But as you saw, for me, it cost 1,750 caps, and it can be even more if your charisma isn't high enough and you don't have hard bargain. So it's fairly expensive. You can't be doing it all the time because you're limited by the amount of caps that you have. But if you have a lot of caps and you want to get some legendary cores, for sure it's the quickest way. So let me spawn this event and then we'll see how many legendary cores I get at the end. All right, so we're at the Pylon Ambush site where you spawn Encryptid. That is here on the map, mind you. And all you need to do is go to the Tinkerer's Bench that's here and actually craft the key card, which is under the quest section. And you can only do that with that circuit board that we just purchased. And then you use that key card in the terminal to unlock the recall system, use key card, and then there you go, system unlocked, blah, 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 blah. You can go all the way out. And now Encryptid has started. So effectively, people across the map are going to join this event. Now, I'm going to say that generally, when you're the one that spawns Encryptid, you should be the one that takes the place of the pylons and take the damage, because most of everyone else that comes to the event are probably going to be bloodied and won't do that. Now, I am bloodied. I am not taking my own advice here, but I'm just doing it for the purposes of the video, and I want to complete this event as quickly as possible. But generally, that's kind of the common courtesy. But as you can see, tons of people are joining because everyone wants to do Encryptid. Alrighty, so some people have started to arrive, so I'm pretty comfortable with actually starting this event right now. So as you can see, you need to use the terminal to recall the robot. So just initiate Assaultron recall. And then it starts officially. So you got 27 seconds or so to wait until the robot is recalled. And we got a couple of people here. Everyone's sharing lunch boxes and whatnot, so that's very, very nice. So the Imposter Sheep Squatch should spawn very soon. Here is the Sheep Squatch. That thing is, oh my god, it wrecks you, man. Seriously. Why are you shooting me? I'm just gonna sneak. No, it's chasing me intentionally. There's so many people around here, buddy. So the pylons are acquiring their target, and now a certain number of people have to, what's it called? It's like taking the place of the pylon or whatever. Yeah, you have to be a conduit. That's right. That's the specific word. So Tooth Decay is activating some of the pylons, which is nice. I reckon other people will do so as well. There we go. Gilmore. Oh, it's vulnerable. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? All right, so there it is. I'm going to sneak attack it because that is the best way to do it. Far out, man. I was sneaking. This is why this event you really need a vampire's weapon. And troubleshooter's armor. Whatever. When you do encrypted, you're gonna die sometimes, okay? Alright? It just happens. It just happens. Let's just kill this guy. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. I'm not even bloodied. I'm just gonna keep dying. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Whatever. I'm proving my point with the legendary cores. I don't have my proper build. Alright? There we go. Encrypted is finished. I'm so leaving this in the video. I think it's funny as fuck. Where did it go? It doesn't matter where it went anyways. So as you can see, item reward, you get... Oh, it doesn't show it on there. Let me go here to... Oh, it's not under new. Why? I'm just going to go all the way down to legendary cores. And I got 8. Trust me, I got 8. Okay, you can't actually deposit your cores in your stash. So trust me, I got 8 with that event. And that is the best way to get legendary cores in the game. Yeah, you're probably going to die. All right, like I did. But suck it up. All right, do it. It's worth it. Let's get to the conclusion. Alrighty, Wastelanders, that's all from me. I hope you enjoyed this video. That was not how I thought Encryptid was going to go, but who cares? It was funny. Let me know if you have any other thoughts in the comments below. And until next time, this has been the Lanebot Wanderer. Please take care of yourselves and would you kindly keep fighting the good fight.